Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to tell you why I think Wreck-It Ralph 3 should be called The Crimes of Venellope von Schweetz. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification, put out videos daily. Also check out my Twitter, it's at Movie Guy 365. Something after watching, oh, by the way, this video is going to have spoilers. Spoilers. Wreck-It Ralph, also Ralph Breaks the Internet. So just be warned that I'm going to be talking about spoilers here. So, after seeing Ralph Breaks the Internet, something was kind of nagging at me for a little bit. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the movie, loved it. But something occurred to me maybe about 2 days ago. And I started putting out feelers online, and I got a couple responses, which prompted me to put out this video. So, basically is, the long story short, did Venellope go turbo? And what I mean by that is, if you've seen Wreck-It Ralph, the whole movie's about this character Turbo, game jumping, and going into Sugar Rush and becoming King Candy and things like that. So they're like, oh, you can't go turbo. And then even Ralph at the beginning is like, at the meeting, and they're like, you're not going turbo, are you? So that's the whole thing. Ralph, essentially, they accuse him of going turbo. He goes into Hero's Duty, and then, so they're like, oh, Ralph went turbo. So why is it that Venellope essentially does the same thing at the end of Ralph Breaks the Internet? No, she's not trying to take over the slaughter race, okay? But she went turbo. She abandoned her game and went turbo. And it just strikes me as a very radical shift in the philosophy of the first movie. No, it's, one of the things I was looking at was like, well, going turbo is not the act of going turbo. It's based off going the character. Well, that can't be true. Basically, going turbo is you're jumping from your game and trying to be relevant in another game. Turbo jumped from his game into another racing game. He wasn't trying to take it over per se, but he was just trying to stay relevant. Like, he loved the attention, that kind of thing. So he jumped in. So basically, by the way, this is going to be a stupid-ass conversation. I'm just letting you know. This is just dumb. But anyway, just something I'm thinking about. And, it's slow news week, so bear with me. So, Turbo does that. Ralph does it. He wasn't trying to take over a game, but everybody's sitting there pointing fingers. You're going turbo. He went turbo. Ralph went turbo. Venellope flat out abandons her game because she was bored and is now part of Slaughter Race. It's not like I could even like say if like, oh, she was doing Sugar Rush, and then when Litwack closed the arcade, then she would jump over to Slaughter Race. I can kind of get on board that a bit. I actually would subscribe to that. I wouldn't even say it. She abandons her game, and her excuse is like, oh, well, there's other racers. They're not going to miss me. Her picture's on the side of the arcade machine. She is a central character. Now, there's also, I had people like kind of saying, well, it should be reserved for the main characters. Like if Pac-Man abandoned his game and that, but okay, sure. But now you're breaking it down into levels of, oh, well, Pac-Man, can't do it, but the little ghost maybe can because there's 4 other ghosts or 3 other ghosts. Same thing with Sugar Rush. I would even argue her importance as a main character. She's on the arcade machine. She has the superpower, so she is one of the main characters. Ralph goes over, and everyone's pointing fingers at him. He went turbo, like right away. And it's different if your game got unplugged. That's also different. There's no more game to go to. Her game, yes, got unplugged, but it got replugged in when the part came in. So it's like the game's back up and running, and I don't know, I just find it interesting that she goes turbo. No, it wasn't the same method as Turbo and to a degree Ralph. But it just seemed like she got an easy pass on that. And it was just weird to me. It's just like, okay, So what exactly is going turbo mean? Is it the act? I believe it's the act. I believe that's how it was spelled out in the first movie. You know, otherwise they wouldn't have that whole thing. Like, oh, you're not going turbo and all that kind of thing. It's the act. It's what you're doing. Now, there's levels of like intent, you know, the way King Candy did. So hashtag King Candy was right, apparently. You know, Ralph, he wasn't by that definition going turbo, but everyone's sitting there pointing fingers. Yes, Ralph went turbo. Ralph went turbo. And then you have Venellope, who, oh, nobody says a thing. Okay, you're out. You're fine. I don't know. It just came across as, you know, for Venellope, an incredibly selfish move. Like, here's the thing. Ralph then wasn't intending to take over Candy Crush. He didn't want to take over Hero's Duty. He wanted a medal, and then he was always going back to his game. He just wanted a better life for himself. Hell, I'd even argue King Candy or Turbo was, you know, his game got unplugged. Yes, he did that to himself in the other game. So once his game's unplugged, what's he supposed to do? Hang out in the lobby? You know, like, really? So, yeah, he took it to an extra degree by, like, ripping out Venellope's code. I get that. I do. Like, once again, intent. You know, it's just the guy went crazy and, you know, but he was still, I don't know, it seemed to be, here's the thing. You know, if he was, here's the case for King Candy, okay? Just, we're really going down a rabbit hole. King Candy, while he was, yes, the leader, per se, and he made a better life for himself, he essentially, like, didn't prevent other racers from winning. Because the whole point is, like, oh, you have to pay to race. The other racers wouldn't have their gold coins if they didn't win. That's the thing. They even say it. Like, you get your coins for winning. So if Candy was really like, oh, you know, I have to win all the time, you know, then, hey, okay. Then nobody else would be winning. You know, he'd be number one all the time and stuff like that. So, yes, his method was different. I get that. But, you know, other racers were winning. Obviously, they didn't show it, but other racers were winning. He was keeping things going. Yes, the things he was doing behind the scenes were bad. You know, what he did with Venellope, and, you know, that was bad. But that was more of his self-preservation. So at the end of the day, if Ralph not come in and all that other, he's just living his life. You know, he's relevant again. You know, he's racing, he's winning, sometimes winning. I think at the end of the day, he just wanted to be relevant. But Venellope is like, okay, I'm bored with my game. I'm going to abandon it, she does, and sets up shop in Slaughter Race. So how is that not going turbo? You know, are we saying, oh, it can't be turbo because she's not a bad guy or something like that? I don't know. I don't get it. I think she definitely went turbo. I think that nobody calls her out on it, which is odd. And that's why I want to see Wreck-It 3, and I want this to be addressed, honestly. Yes, this is really stupid, I know. I want this to be addressed, and, you know, I think that's a good title. Crimes of Venellope von Schweetz. Definitely buy ticket for that. 3D too. But anyway, like, what do you guys think? You know, am I reaching here? But yeah, she went turbo. I've really, you know, I thought about this for like 2 days, and, you know, probably 2 days longer than I should have. But yeah, I don't know. It was just a fun topic. You know, what do you guys think? Do you think she went turbo? You know, leave your comment below. As I said, incredibly dumb topic, but here we are, Slow News Week. So please, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, put out videos daily. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and I will see you.